port's ass for about 20 years now. I am proud to say that I was one of the litigants in the lawsuit on the China shipping expansion, that we had been trying to get the port to respond to a deficient EIR, environmental impact report, where they pretty much said that they had no negative impacts on us, including the air quality impacts that were going to be coming from this other project, and no aesthetic problems, et cetera, and the Attorney General, when he read their environmental report, because if they declare a negative impact of any type, they have to mitigate. They have to go to the community and make it right. They got to put money into pollution controls, they got to put money into aesthetics, et cetera. So the best way to get around spending any of that money is to deny that there's any impact. So when the Attorney General Lockyer read it and read his opinion in court, that was the turning point for us, because we had to file an appeal that we won. And he said that the environmental impact report by the port was pretty much written to generate paper, because it was meaningless in what it was really doing to us as a community. And through that lawsuit, we ended up with $60 million. $40 million went to air quality controls within the harbor area, and $20 million, 10 for Wilmington, 10 for San Pedro, went to aesthetics, which is extremely important to me. I have with me a picture that it's a picture before and after Pier 400, which was supposed to be a relocation site per the port's environmental, or their port master plan. They were supposed to relocate all the hazardous cargo within the port area to a safer location. This is after we had blasts from the Sansanina and Gatex terminals, so that they understood that there were all these risks emanating from these terminals. And they said in their port master plan, their vested documented authority, they were going to move all these things. Well, they didn't. What they did is they put 580 acres of landmass in the water and built, with misappropriated money from the federal government, to $100 million for relocation. Public safety was predicated on. Took that money, dredged, built Pier 400, which is an exclusive container terminal. There was no relocation of not any one of those sites, one of which is the hazardous tank issues that I've been fighting for the last 10 years on North Daffy Street, that endangers us every day because it is the equivalent of 50 atomic bombs and stored energy. So we're still battling the vestiges of that today with no help. And now, what I have here is a 1999 article with the Port Executive Director, Larry Keller. The headline here says, "Community grows impatient with the port. Waterfront remains an eyesore, San Pedro Wilmington leaders say." In this article, and poor Mr. Soroka, he brings with you, the baggage you bring with you is all the broken promises and deceit that have injured and stolen from these communities for so long. In this article, Mr. Keller says, this is 1999, or 2000, sorry, 2000, that they're working on Port Socorro redevelopment. It's in the work, the check's in the mail, it's on a fast track, it should be completed by 2008. So here we are today, all the 15 years later, okay, to the day, practically, and we're talking about doing something that is supposed to be long ago completed, so that the lies are there, the thefts have occurred, these negative impacts that I'm talking about are going on daily, because as the port expands, they have to do an environmental impact report when they choose not to do a negative deck, which they did last week for something on recreational property that should have required an EIR. Just saying. Now, every time those come forward, unless we scrutinize them, the cumulative impacts of cranes, asphalt, containers, the filling in of blue water that have provided vistas for us are never going to be mitigated. This is not about cutting back the port's business or at a working port. We want them to work. But as they take this away, as the port grows, they need to restore to us these aesthetic mitigations so that we don't lose any more than we've already lost. And God bless everybody. I'm so glad to see you, and I hope you'll stick with us. We are due this. Let's get this done.
Thank you. Thank you.